Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a review on the QC35 noise cancelling headphones from Bose. I've got the dogs here. Now, if you guys are familiar with my channel and you've watched any of my videos, you know I've made some unflattering videos about Bose. And, you know, some people might think that I'm unfair to them or I'm picky on them or I have some sort of vendetta. While it's true, I did spend a lot of money with them, with their, home theater products and stuff like that, and wasn't really satisfied with them, particularly in the bass. I don't think I've been unfair to them. I think I've been pretty accurate. When it comes to bass, they just don't have anything. For those of you that don't know, I talk about good subwoofers, subwoofers that go all the way down to 20 hertz. I happen to be the world's first SVS affiliate, which is these speakers here, it's a different thing for me. But I want to talk about a product that I actually think is good, and actually make a nice video about Bose for once, because I've been, a little too honest at times. But I originally got these. These are the original set of, I think these are QC15s. These were $300 way back when. We're talking well over a decade. And I don't know if you can see here, but these things have worn out. When you put them on, they leave this, black gunk all over your head. But, fairly decent noise canceling. These worked pretty well. I'll use them to make phone calls. They do keep out the noise pretty good. The sound is, decent. It's, I know there's better headphones out there in terms of sound quality, but, decent. They did the noise canceling well. I've taken a couple flights with them. I've actually driven semi with these, which I don't recommend. You need to be able to hear stuff, but it did keep the noise down quite a bit inside of a semi. So, effective, I would say definitely effective. And so we came to a situation where my mom wanted to try out a set of noise canceling headphones, and I suggested the QC35s. Now, she's not going to end up keeping them. Part of the reason is because this switch is so small. She has a hard time working it, and so it's been one of those things. It's not really the headphone's fault. It's just she had a hard time using it, and for $350, it better work easily for you. So it wasn't the headphones' fault that they're going back. It's just she has a difficult time using them. But I had a chance to try these out, and I've got to say I'm very impressed with the noise canceling on these headphones. I've got a house fan over there that is in the hall, and it is loud. I mean, stupidly loud. You put these things on, you can walk under it, and you can barely hear it on. And I was, just tinkering around with these, walking around with them in the living room. We had that thing on, and I was doing a couple other things. I was just listening to music, and I walked by the window that was open, got a big breeze, and then realized, oh yeah, the whole house fan's on. So they work really well for the noise canceling. I've got to say that. Now, sound quality, a lot of people say, well, if you want to hear the best sound quality, listen to headphones. I disagree. I think this sounds a lot better. Of course, I'm not a big headphones guy. I know there are a lot of people that are a lot more into headphones than I am, but for the sound, these are decent, but not quite as good as something like this. The bass in these and stuff like that is a lot better. But what do I feel? How do I feel about the bass in these? How are they? Well, you can hear the bass go all the way down to the 20 hertz level, which is impressive. The previous version that I had went down. You could hear it, but it wasn't solid. It wasn't big. This is more pronounced in the lower end. Does it do it well? I don't know. I think they could improve their drivers a little bit. I think they could make it sound a little bit better. But in terms of the noise canceling, it worked very well for me. I am surprised how well it did. The audio quality is really decent. Would I get these for critical sound listening? I imagine there are some other headphones out there that might be first in line for that. But in terms of noise canceling, very impressed. Very impressed. And these things are good and flexible. They fold up. They actually have a smaller case than the original. So, you know, functionality is good. And the other thing about these two, the other one had a little port here where you had to pop in a AAA battery. This thing's rechargeable and it lasts about 20 hours, which is seems to be pretty accurate. But, you know, here's my situation now. These are going back because they didn't work out for my mom. No big deal. But these headphones over here, they were offering an upgrade for $100. I'm not sure if it's for these or if it's for the wired ones, but I'm gonna look into that. I may actually buy a set of these myself. I'm not impressed. The noise canceling on these are a lot more substantial than on the originals, and the amount of noise canceling is just impressive. So, you know, I felt I should let people know that I'm fair about my reviews. I'm not going to just pick on a brand relentlessly and for no good reason. I pick on Bose because they don't have much in the way of bass. Now, I'm aware that they have this 300 bass module that actually uses a 10-inch sub. I'm interested to hear that. I don't have super high expectations, but I'm surprised to see that they've actually put in a 10-inch driver in one of their subs. So that's impressive. But you know, previously stuff I've done, the 301s really let me down, and of course the Jewel Cubes I really did not enjoy. When I got a different set of speakers, it was a whole different world. But the headphones are pretty impressive. I'm amazed by them. So anyway, I just thought I'd do that review in case anyone's wondering if I'm, you know, doing fair reviews or if I'm just picking on them. I'm not. If they make better stuff, I will, you know, I'll comment on it. I'll tell you if they're making better stuff. I have no problem with that. But in terms of bass, in terms of subwoofers, I mean, they were, in a way, an inspiration for this channel because I had been dealing with such bad bass performance prior to getting into good quality subs. And in terms of good quality subs, there aren't a lot out there. I've got a list on the website that you can check out. There aren't very many. I think there's less than 20 for sure. So, you know, there's this level of bass performance that once you reach it, it's really a different world, and it makes everything sound better, not just movies, but music. There's a lot of music that you'd be surprised the amount of depth that's in there. And that's one thing I'll say more about the headphones. In certain passages, there's this bass line. There's a song called Antidote, and it's really low. I mean, really, really deep, and it's got a slight tone change at the bottom two notes. I can't hear that on the QC35s. I can hear that in my room because I've got amazing subwoofers in the room, but I could not hear that tonal difference in the Bose QC35s. So they are not, you know, what I would consider reference grade. You can't hear those little tiny changes in the bass. For that, you need, you know, a little bit better driver, I think. But again, I'm not a big headphone guy, but I would think if I can hear it in my living room with you know, 12-inch subs, that I should be able to hear it on a headphone because, you know, in a smaller enclosed space, it should be able to be tighter and more accurate. But that's, you know, that's nitpicking. Overall, you know, the QC35s did do quite well, and I am impressed by them. So, again, I may end up getting a set for myself, and the idea that they're wireless and Bluetooth and all that good stuff makes it a lot nicer. It makes it a little easier. So, I like it. I like the QC35s. Good stuff. So, anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.